The story of a people is told best by those who live it out daily. And when the history of that community is informative, inspirational, and insightful, it should then be shared with the world. The Clio Exchange does that.
After Ella, I just started freelancing. Milt Hinton had gotten me into private jazz festivals, and there's a bunch of private jazz festivals around the country. And you go out 3 days or 4 days, and so I started doing that, and I'm doing about 15 or 16 a year. And another lady had started me with schools performing for kids up, and she started not too long after I moved where I did, up in Silver Spring. And her name was Evelyn Ortman, and she said, called me one day and said, hey, you have some kids, you must be good with kids. Everybody thinks that Upper Montgomery County is very, very wealthy, but that time it wasn't. She said, but just want you to come. One day I'll come by and pick you up. Just want to take your bass, and I want the kids to see it. They want to see an instrument. And that started, and next thing you know, she had me doing schools all through Montgomery County. I'm doing like 10 and 12 a month.
Working with the youngsters.
Working with youngsters.
Man, you're going full circle, aren't you?
Well, it was developing, this is to show young people. I worked at a program where you didn't play one type of music. You played a variety of types of music to show kids that food and music are very similar. Food is for nourishment of your body, and music is for nourishment of your mind.
Yes. So
you don't eat the same thing all day long. Don't listen to the same thing. Appreciate the other types of music.
And there's a sense of personal development that comes out of your instructing young kids about music.
Oh yeah.
I mean, just look at your life. I mean, you got yourself focused on something that you truly wanted, loved.
And I realized that when I first started going to Europe and going to all these different countries, and I went to South America for the 3 months with Charlie Bird, I wanted to come back into, what was that, Berlitz, I think the language school.
Berlitz,
I wanted to learn about at least 3 or 4 languages. And then all of a sudden it dawned on me, I don't need to learn 3 or 4 languages. I know one language, not English. Music, the language of music in a jazz accent. And that was it.
It tells the story all over the world. And now on, what is it, July 22nd?
Right.
There's an interesting date coming up, huh?
Yeah. It's somebody's birthday.
And from the early 40s until now, you have been living and playing music. 70 what?
I'll be 76 in June.
Praise God.
God gives you a gift, and then you go out there and show the world what I gave you, and make people happy. And they think this is what you know what to do. Give a doctor a gift that's got delicate hands, can operate. Go do it.
And you've certainly done that.
The best I could. But I mean, it's enjoyable, and when you can make people happy, that's most of it. As you go through life, who you reach out and touch, you know, and you can touch them in one. I can touch them through music. Touch them through talking, and it's very important.
Yeah, that's great. And when you think about your career and you look back over it, I'm curious as to why didn't you start recording records of your own before, what, late 60s, 70s? I mean, on your own, where you were from.
I was working with everybody. I wasn't concerned about me. I was concerned about everybody that I was. I'm given to whatever I was given. Excuse me. And it was my daughter, one of my twin daughters. Said, "Dad, you've done all of these different things." I was trying to get a boat at a time because I've been a boat nut for over 30 years.
Really?
And I was trying to get a boat, trying to save some money. My daughter said, "Dad, why don't you put out your own record?" And so I think it was, what, 96 or 97 or so forth, I decided to do that. And with no record company and so forth, I just footed the whole bill. And then I've got 3 out. And this is something you get some of your expressions out and whatnot. And it's helped me quite a bit.
Well, I mean, I know I'm familiar with the releases, and they were fantastic. I mean, it's truly Keter Betts at his best, and that's.
I never think each one is my best. But
Well, each time you play, you're a little better.
yeah, I try to get better.
Absolutely.
As you get older, then you say, okay.
No, I don't think that'll ever leave you. I mean, you've been such a wonderful role model, musically speaking, and as a person. I just want you to know how much we love you.
Oh, well, thank you
how
very
much we
much.
appreciate all that you've done in terms of African American legacy, in terms of American legacy as it relates to jazz, because you've set the standard for us.
Well, somebody has to do it.
Yeah.
So must be done.
Okay, well, you've done it, and so I thank you for coming to spend some time with us.
Well, thank you.